What's going on, YouTube? We're back with some more Unreal, but this may be different for those following my first-person tutorial series. We, this time, are creating a flight game. Now, I don't know how much of this I'll be doing, but I'll show you some cool stuff that I've done as of now. Now, I've looked it up. I've looked, how to shoot in the flying template, how to shoot a plane in Unreal, just a whole bunch of different keyword searches, and I'm like, wow, I'm not finding anything. But I know how to do this, so let's do this. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to demo it for you right now, and I'm going to show you what I've already done. So, I have here a plane, which I have custom turning, so left to right on my mouse allows it to roll. And then I forgot to add it in, but A and D are supposed to make me not strafe, but kind of strafe from side to side. And I can accelerate with W or space or shift, which does it much faster, or all at the same time. I don't know if that does it faster for all of them, but I can do that. Now, I don't know why my quality is so bad, but I feel like it's doing it pretty bad. It's very strange. Anyways, so I can do all that, right? And so I've got some cool tricks. I can run into the floor and stop because of collisions. I can kind of run into these boxes. I'm working on the collisions. Hold on. The way I'm going to be recreating is through an actor, so that way we get more proper stuff. But you can already see this is kind of sinking in. But if I click, so I can fire a stream of like glowing bullets, kind of like what you would see. I'm a Star Wars fanatic, so like you would see a TIE fighter maybe shooting or something in Star Wars, or a big Imperial Star Destroyer, might be doing this. So yeah. This is what we're going to be working on, and I'm going to show you guys how to set all of this up. So let's get into it. Let's open up our flying BP and go to blueprints. And actually, if you go over to content, just create a new mat and just call it laser. I'll just call it laser spelled normally. We'll open this up, and let's kind of show you guys how to do this if you don't already know. If you already know, then just ignore this. But hold 1 and left click allows for 1 digit, which you don't pretty much will almost never use. 2 is a 2 digit, so you're red and green, which we could actually use. 3 digit, which is most common, RGB, red, green, blue. And 4, which is also very common, RGBA. A is alpha. Alpha is for transparency. So I could have about 5 transparency and it'd be red. So it would be a little transparent if I had that as the base color. Save that. Cranked up the transparency a little bit more. A little bit more, maybe. A little bit more. I don't know. Hold on. Let's go in the negatives. I don't know. Anyways, we don't need the alpha though. So we're gonna do just a 3 digit. Boom. Sorry, that was a 2. We're gonna do a normal 3 digit. Press 3 and left click. If you don't remember. And we're going to hook this up to emissive color. Because what that does is that allows like the glow that we want. So we'll just create a green with about 3. And you're like, well, why don't we just do 1? Because that's all we need. Doing more green doesn't do anything. Well, you're right. That's only if you're hooked up to the base color. If I've got green, I can go as high as I want, and that doesn't really do anything. Or as low as I want. And the lowness, just makes it black. But I can go as high as I want, and that doesn't really do anything, except it's still green. But if let's prepare your eyes. Watch this. Prepare your eyes. I've got that at like billions and trillions. Hooked up to a emissive. That's glowing pretty bright. So it does matter. So this is 1. That's 2. And that's 3. So 3 I've found to be pretty nice. I like it. I like it a lot. So, yep. And you can do different stuff. You can mess around with the specular and the metallic even if you want. But yeah, that's what we're going to have. So then we are going to save her on up, so that way it'll come through. And we don't need that anymore. Yeah, I would like to apply changes. Save. Okay, there we go. So that's the same thing that I did over there. So let's go back to our blueprints, and we need to make our projectile first, so we can shoot, at least shoot. So we're going to go into, yeah, blueprint. We're going to make an actor, and we're going to call it laser. In this episode, I'm not going to show you how to shoot. I'm just going to show you how to make the bullet, and I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger on how to shoot and all that. But that'll be in the next episode. We'll do the better flying. It's better flying than what's normally implemented, in my opinion. Anyways, so you'll just want to get a static mesh and get that, and get a capsule, the narrow capsule. And then we'll want to rotate it for 90 degrees. I'm trying to do like it's Blender. 90, negative 90 on that. There we go. Hold up. Right. So we want it. Yeah. We want negative 90. Right. Then we want to I just do that for aesthetic reasons, but I don't think it actually needs to be done that way. I've never actually checked. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so we'll compile that, and then we'll add a projectile movement. And this needs to be moving pretty fast because the scale is a little off in this. It's much bigger than our FPS. You can definitely tell by the size, well, how fast the 4 goes, 4 camera speed goes, and also the size of, say, the little markers. Those are usually pretty noticeable. Like this is about the size. Like this is about eye height, I think, for an FPS. So everything is a little bit bigger, and so the scale's more because you're driving around a more larger platform. So you're going to want the initial speed to be 2,000 or 20,000. My bad. And the max speed can still just be 20,000. But here's the thing. Also, projectile gravity is 0. Here's the thing. We want it so that way it can actually like launch quicker and then decelerate a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to do that, but we want a capsule collision, and we're just going to rotate that this way, solid 90, and then we're going to scale it up. We don't want this snapping too good because I want my own stuff. Okay, looks about right. And block all, and we coo. So now what we need to do is go to our event graph, and on event begin play, just delay it for 0.5 seconds, or I think I've got it. What do I have it on? I got 0.2. We can do 0.2, but you can see what I'm doing. And then you'll set, drag this out, set speed to 15,000. Like, man, that's bloody fast compared to the, like, what, I think 1,000 or something that we're doing for Unreal stuff. Bloody sisters, I swear to God. Anyways, so do that. Just set the initial movement speed. Ugh, that's irritating. So that's all we actually need to do there. Actually, I want to open this up just to make sure I have all my data values proper. Right? Yep. That's all I had. Actually, I had projectile gravity on. I shouldn't have that there. It's whatever it is. Honestly, just whatever. Doesn't matter. Also, you should apply the material. Just maybe apply that material to the static mesh. It's kind of hard to miss. Here's the one we made, laser matte. Can't really tell the difference, can you? So, yep. Alrighty. I don't also have collisions on that. Anyways, I meant to. Right, so let's hop over to, let me save this, hop over to our flying pawn. So I'm going to show you guys, so I've already done it, and I don't have the original, but you guys can pretty much, I'll walk you through the steps. So I've changed almost nothing. By the way, just make a bool called fire, and left mountain bus, fire, yes, release, left mountain button, released, or fire, no. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If you go up here at the very first commented area, apply forward speed and steering rotation. It has a vent tick going over to actor, add actor local offset, the target itself, delta location, return value is going to a return value on a make vector, which its x is being multiplied by the delta seconds, and the current forward speed. Pretty much, that's just telling it, move forward, you idiot. But we don't have anything to, and I won't show you the fire node, but there will be another section that'll lead off to with like the bools of current forward speed, current yaw, it'll say current yaw, current pitch, current roll speed, all those, and it'll have them multiplying or something. I don't know what it's doing, something really weird. Delete all that. Just forget it. We don't need it. Bottom line, we don't need it because we're going to do that on our own and in a much simpler fashion. So on this set forward speed using thrust input, that we want, because that just accelerates us per when we use thrust. Now you're like, well, how do you set up the different control and alt and all that stuff for thrust? Well, let's hop over to settings, project settings, and go into your input. Now I have messed around with the axis mappings because you're going to want to, but on move up, first of all, move up, delete both the, let's see, what is it, W and S keys, and move right, delete the A and D keys. I'll tell you why, just hold on. So move up, you're going to want to add 2 mouse Ys. One of them needs to be plus, one of them needs to be minus. Doesn't matter which order you do it. On move right, you need to add 2 mouse X, and one of them needs to be positive, one of them needs to be negative. Now, here's where we get. The cool stuff is on thrust. Now, I don't know why that's not 3, but you need to add left shift, left shift and right shift should already be there. Left control, right control should already be there. You need to add W and S. Space bar will already be there. Make shift 3 so that way it goes 3 times faster. It's more of a boost. Add left control to -3, so that's a heavy brake. Add S to -1, so it's a normal kind of slight brake. And add W to 1, so that's just the same acceleration as, say, thrust, which is our space bar at defaultly number 1. Strafe, on the other hand, you're going to want to add that in, and you're going to want to make that A and D. So if I'm correct, we're going to want to get our thing called strafe over here and interpolate that. Take that, whack that down to that, because we're not using that. We're using this, okay? And smack that over there. So we should be good. But current roll speed. Yeah, I don't think we need all this crap either. I'll duplicate it all. I'll duplicate all of it just in case we actually do. Okay, hold up. Let's Control C, go down here, Control V. Now we're good. Now we're not getting that crap alone. Okay, so I don't think we need all this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this crap, delete it, drag it over, and add actor rotation, local rotation, correct? Or do we want, yeah, local rotation, and we're going to do the yaw, or yep, okay. So make rot and take that Z and place it right there, and there we go. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna be real mad, but that's gonna be our A and S for kind of moving side to side. So that's what we want there. Then let's head back over to our axis, our set pitch rotation using rate using directional input. Now this is the only one that's actually going to be accurate. Pretty much we could switch this because this is setting our roll and this is setting our yaw, but right here I have it setting the roll, and here I have it setting the yaw, so you could switch those, but I'm not paying attention to labeling. I can just look at it and know what it's doing. So this is for our up and down, I believe. I'm pretty sure. This is for up and down, as far as I'm concerned. And you'll want to drag off from the axis value -1, and that's what it allows for inverted input. If you don't want inverted input and you want the mouse to, if the mouse goes up, your guy goes up, then don't use that times -1. If you wanted inverted input for mouse goes down, it turns up, then that's how you'll do that. If you want to be able to toggle inverted input, I'll do that in another video, but I will show you guys how to do that. So what we're going to do here, is down here on set yaw speed based on turn input, delete all the other crap that was there, add actor rotation, local rotation. I forgot to mention that on the pitch rotation, you'll want to add actor local rotation. Yeah, you guys can see everything that's happening. Just connect it to the pitch, the roll, and then kill speed when colliding. Drag off from set 4 speed and do float minus float, and do the top, right? So do current forward speed minus current forward speed times 5. So, or current forward speed divided by 2, whichever way you want to do it, nerds. And so that should be all. So we'll go right in there, and we got that. Then we can go from side to side with our A and S. I did it right, haha, not surprising. And I do have a collision, but I didn't do it the same way that I wanted to. So this is how I like my flying to be. This is what I'm used to flying wise, the inverted and all that. So I do like this. I'll show you guys how to do some cool things like ammo, like missiles, like bombs, homing missiles. Gosh, I can just give it to me that you want done aerially, and I can do it. We can even have like, well, you know what? I'm not going to say AI because I'm not going to attempt that in a video until I have, of course, attempted it in my own personal time, Unreal Engine. But that'll be all for this episode. If you guys did enjoy it, I will see if you guys enjoyed it based off of the amount of likes I got and the amount of views. Mostly the amount of views, because not everyone likes the video just because they liked it. I do the same thing. I'll like a video, but doesn't mean I'll actually press the like button. Anyways, really hope you guys did enjoy, and please comment if you guys do have specific stuff that you want me to do, or if you're like, man, this is awesome, you're doing exactly the game kind of stuff that you wanted me to do. So yeah, I'll do all that stuff for you guys, and in the next episode, we'll learn shooting. Zooming may come into place. We could add some HUD elements, maybe a crosshair. But right now, our shooting is kind of just like, hey, we're infinite shooting. There's no cooldown. There's no nothing. So we can add all that, and then we'll add different stuff like maybe damage or whatever. And yeah, all right. I'll see you guys in the next.